collective energy reading. Felt back, felt led. So if you see more readings, go back on the page. They may be led for you. All timeless readings. Please only take what resonates. Leave the rest for the best. And about the stress. And at the dancing, at the placing, at the waist. So don't bother stress. Just keep on moving. Keep on listening. Just here to gain the knowledge. You're here for a reason. If you're on this video, you've been led by the spirit. So the angels, the ancestors, the guardians have got a guided message for us. So let's identify, recognize, and see what's needed to be. We're going to cleanse this space because there's a lot of bad energy about. You can feel it in the atmosphere. Something's going on up in here. So let's identify, recognize, and realize. 444, you're guided, you're protected. Somebody could be coming taking action towards you. Yeah, man. Nice little cleansing, little clear out. Burning some frankincense and myrrh up in here because I was led to be able to do that today. Something could have been happening in autumn. You could be releasing the old and the reset. So let's see what the ancestors, the guardian angels are guiding us, telling us, and letting us know. So you could be a mother of healing. You could be honoring your inner knowing at this specific moment in time. Spring, you see and see your seeds grow. So you could be seeing certain seeds grow from the broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. So you could be embracing energy of peace because you're a wise one. You're growing at this specific current situation in time. So you could be gaining knowledge from wise ones. You've bring that broken arrow. So you've had to gain that knowledge. You've had to go left, right, up, down, inner, outer. You've identified, you've recognized certain things. You've embraced the energy of peace. You've seen things from spring. Something could have happened from spring. You've seen seeds grow. You're identifying the seeds grow. You're creating. You're moving with your heart. You're moving with your third eye chakra and enlightened. And you are a medicine. Honor your inner knowing. So you're honoring your inner knowing because you're a wise one. So you continuously honoring your inner knowing because it's your inner thoughts, your inner feelings. You've got that inner standing so you can overstand certain situations, people, places, as well as things. I hate this cloth, it's so bugging. Star ancestors, so follow the voice. So your ancestors are calling you, they're talking to you because you are a wise one. They know that you're a seer, so you're a seer. You could be a clairvoyant, you could be clairsensitive, you could be any one of those clairs. And you've got that fire guardian, ignite your passion. So you could be igniting your passion and you're seeing certain things. You're getting connected with the ancestors, your stars. You're following the voice to your soul, your heart. Somebody could be seeing and could see the situation beyond more than what the eyes can see because certain things veil so you can see. You see the beyond the illusions. You're connecting to the ancestors, the stars. You're connecting to the cosmos. They're giving you the divine messages. You're connecting each one of those dots together because you're a wise one. You're growing with the current situation that you're embracing with at this specific moment in time. And this broken arrow, you're unable to be able to embrace that broken arrow, could be the broken heart, and you're unable to be able to grow yourself. You've ignited your passion within inside of you. So let's see the message, something autumn. Autumn must have been significant. So let's see what this voice to follow in the ancestral stars, because it says do some research. So you followed the voice, you've done your research, you gain your knowledge, you're gaining your wisdom, you're gaining your understanding, you're lighting your light, you're making your sealing your heart, you're moving with your throat chakra, your voice chakra, you've took action, you've been creative. You need more information about the situation, so look into it. So search for more information. Could be coming to you in regards to a situation. Your ancestors could be guiding you. They're telling you, they're leading you to some specific information. They could be showing you signs at this specific moment because the ancestors there in the background, that looks like somebody's on that person. They're in there, they're speaking, they're listening, they're gaining this knowledge. You're looking at certain specific information. You're writing down information. You're reading books. You're connecting to the esoterics. You've got the stars and the ancestors, the spiritual guides, all guiding and protecting you, lighting the way of wisdom for you. Let's see what the seer is, what you're seeing beyond. What's seeing beyond this current situation. Travel. So you could be wanting to travel. Somebody could be coming up to travel to you. So you could see beyond the situation. You could have to take a travel. Somebody could be traveling towards you, taking a trip to provide life changing, and it's in a positive way. So you could be taking a trip. You could be traveling, you could be doing some research, having to gain some research before you're gaining and you're traveling. You could have to listen to the spiritual guides and the ancestors. You may need to listen to your intuitions before you're traveling, before you're taking this, because you are a wise one. What is the wise one? Love. So this is in regards to love, life. The basis of your questions involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. So you're a wise one. You've got that spiritual guide. You've got the ancestors. You've got the guardian angels. They're providing you with that wise wisdom. Things are going to be changing for the better. You may need to do a bit of research before you're traveling. You may need to gain a bit of information. Things may be hidden. The unseen. So you may need to identify the unseen before you do travel. What is this broken arrow spirit? Oh, that was loads. We'll take these. Spring and new home. So, well, I could take it which direction. So the broken arrow could be the new home, and then I'll take it as spring. Where it says let go. Birthday, that came out today. So new home. Moving in as a step in the right direction. So you could be looking at love. You could be great getting the broken arrow. You could be bracing the energy of peace and moving towards and traveling towards a new home. And this could have happened in spring. You're manifesting these desires. So you could have been manifesting these. You're doing transformations. And as that flower, it begins to bloom. So things are blooming in spring. You see seeds grow. So in spring, you could have planted some seeds. And you're just letting go of any frustration, heartache, hurt and pain. You're looking and you're listening to the ancestors. They're guiding you along this path. Let's see what the spiritual message is to the research. What you're researching. What communication, who's bringing the research, what kind of information, and what we need to do research at this time. What energy do we need to embody? Mysteries. Boy cat. Boy cat. The boy cat teaches you that there is true power and strength in silence and patience. In order to get what you want, you must be willing to plan, adapt, above all, have the patience to see your dreams manifest. So you could be researching information at this time, getting connected with your ancestors, your guardian angels, identifying about you. So it's about yourself. You could be researching yourself. You could be researching about your ancestral lineage, where you've got these skills from. You could be breaking stuff from your ancestral lineage, and it's the ancestral stars, so you're following the voice. Because the Most High God spoke to the ancestors, and the ancestors didn't listen. So you could be that next one who's doing the research, gaining all that information, looking at certain specific situations, looking into things further before you even proceed. So you've got that inner standing to overstand. So all those things are the boy cats, are the mysteries of your life and why things happened, why they happened the way they happened, what happened, to where it happened, to when it happened, to who it happened to why are you feeling the way that you're feeling, what's going on, what is travel. This travel is leadership. So you could be having to take courage. You can see beyond the situation. So you may need to take leadership and have courage to be able to travel. You have come into your own power. And now is the time to take lead of a situation and be strong. Using the power of your intentions, be clear with your purpose and define where you are heading. So you could be defining where you're heading, you could be seeing where you're going, taking that courage, getting that leadership, because you know it's the unknown. So you've got to get into that energy, you've got to embody that discernment. So you're having that leadership, you've got to be strong, you've got to be wise, you've got to have courage, as well as you're doing these things in order to be able to move to love. What is this love life? Wolf. So you have to obtain this inner strength with your wise one. You've got to gain that courage, be persistent, honouring your needs, honouring your thoughts, and you may face a challenge you feel less than prepared for. This is a reminder that you have all the tools in your spiritual treasure chest to handle it effectively. Take a step back and try to take a look at it with fresh eyes. So this could be love, and this could be about a past relationship. So you could be getting wise. This could be a new love. So you've got to be looking at it with some wise eyes. You've got to gain inner strength to be able to continuously moving forward, because the basis of your question involves romantic. So you could be gaining strength through this person, this individual, this divine feminine masculine you're thinking about could be gaining strength. They're gaining leadership. They're looking at their self now, and they're looking at the mysteries and the story from their life path. New home, cleverness, rabbit. So you may need to be clever to be able to take these steps in the rightful direction from that broken arrow for the peace. So you're being clever within the peace, the way how you're moving. You're allowing your time, you're taking these little leaps. And if you've been going through difficult times, it is time to think outside the box, to find a solution. This is also always a reminder to avoid neglecting your creative side. So you could be creative at this time. And if you have to let creative projects lapse, it may be time to pick them back up again. So you could be being clever, being creative, using your intuition, using your third eye, using your heart chakra as you're moving forward, but doing it with passion, with love, with care, with kindness, and being creative, not manipulative, creative. You need to be creative in your own way to help support and assist other people, as well as you're being creative, because you're being clever. You've got to be like the dragonfly, just adapt that symbol of light, because you're making a positive change. What is spring? Oh, we've got 2. So it says in reverse, love. So love, it was in reverse. So you have found your soulmate, or they are just around the corner. So you found your soulmate. They're taking a long period of time to come towards you. So they're taking a long time to come towards you. Just remember that when 2 souls are destined to be together, they are always finding themselves back to each other. All those things that you've had to go through, it was worth it, because you had to be able to manifest these things, because you had to bloom these things, because when you're planting seeds, it's just not going to go. You had to look at the productivity, because it's just like when bees are making honey, they just have to collect the nectar, then they have to go back to the hive, then they've got to do the ramping shit to be able to connect and make that honey. It is time to examine your productivity. Disorganization and decisiveness can be causing you to miss this opportunity. So you need to manifest, you need to create your mind, you need to stay positive. Take that moment to prioritize your goals and get a clear view of how to get where you want to get to and what you want, and we'll take you there. So you could be having that productivity now and looking at these things, and good news will be coming towards you. Somebody could be coming towards you to bring good news. Somebody could be looking at their life and wanting to take leadership to be able to gain that strength. They're looking, they can see you're clever. They're trying to be clever to be able to come towards you, to be able to give this love. But they know they've got to look at the productivity of the way they're going to be able to do it. They've got to give a clear view and be able to get towards you. They've got to make sure they're manifesting, creating, moving out any obstacles, challenges that they've got in their way, to be able to come and give you good news, because you may soon receive an important, very unexpected gift. Accept with deep respect. Someone has sacrificed a lot to help you open doors and grow. A lot of things will change for the better. So a lot of things will be changing for the better, because the Most High, your ancestors, your spiritual guides, they're looking, they see your story. They see you taking leadership. They've seen you have to take leadership to gain that inner strength, to be clever, to overcome these things, to think and change your mind. And because you know it's a chimp paradox, it's the paradox of the mind. So you've had to identify and recognize, how am I going to do this? Look at the 2 different directions. It's like the 2 of swords, and you're just having that awareness to be able to do right, do to others, don't you want to do to yourself, enable yourself, support people, support and supporting other people as well as you're supporting yourself. Please don't feel guilty. It was just my way. Time to go. So someone could be telling you for the heavenly message from the ancestors, don't worry, it was my time to go. So either boycott the teachers, remember the research, they're from your ancestors, follow that star, because they were still there. They're still guiding you, they're still protecting you. Don't feel bad, don't feel guilty. Sometimes you can look back at certain past members and family members that you've had, people, loved ones that was in your life that are no longer there. They're telling you don't feel guilty. It was time they had to go. Sometimes we're here for a reason and a season, but when we're feeling them within our heart, they're still feeling and thinking about us, because when a soul's connected, nobody can take it apart. What is this leadership? What is the courage? It says, I am not gone. I am simply enjoying the next stage of my journey. So please be happy for me. So you'll have to take leadership, because the people that you know you was thinking of, you've got to do this for yourself now. They could have been guiding you, protecting you and giving you that leadership, but they're gone, so they're letting you know, I'm still here. When you're traveling, you've got the spiritual guides protecting you. You are that seer. You are connected to the divine. the person that you're thinking about, they got to go and take that next step. They got to go on that journey. What is the wolf inner strength? So we'll get one because they're guiding us, they're protecting us. Let's just do this. It states, enjoy yourself, be free. Then I know with every breath you take, you will be taking one for me. So you're gaining inner strength for those people, the past loved ones who wasn't able to make it. You're taking that strength, you're gaining that inner strength, and you're doing it for them as well as yourself, because you're gaining that inner strength. This could be a passed over loved one that was talking and speaking to you because they was gaining research and they know that they miss you, they felt like home, and you've had to make a new home. You've had to do things they could have passed within the springtime. They're still seeing you, they're still feeling you, they're still connected to you and guiding you alongside this path, as well as this partner that you're thinking about. I have not always been the best at expressing my feelings, but I hope you know I love you so much. So this person you're thinking about may not be expressing, they're sending you the messages from the divine. So these are messages what this person is sending to you from the divine, so they're not unable to be able to say. I am communicating with you through angel numbers. So they're communicating with you through angel numbers. They're letting you know how they feel. They're guiding you, protecting you. The singing bird, the light breeze. You feel at the most unexpected moments. Even the dog's there. They are my signs of my presence with you. Confirmation from the dog. So you're getting the signs from the presence. They're just enabling you, guiding you, letting you know you're there. And be the white witch. You are that white witch. You are that light. You are that joy. You are that peace. No matter what, they're always guiding you. They're protecting you on this life's past journey, the page of earth, and letting you know that, yeah, you're young. You could be naive. You could be free. You could be wanting to come. Somebody could be young, naive, free, wanting to take their time to be able to come towards you. They're just looking at this opportunity. You could be this page. You could be feeling young, free, naive, and not knowing which way to go, what to do. You're in your thoughts. You're looking at the material aspects in your life and your finances, even business positions, what you're upholding. You could be a hermit, looking at yourself and identifying these things, gaining your wisdom, gaining your fruition, unlocking the keys to your knowledge that you need to be able to do. Message of air, it was in reverse, so a message of air could be slowly coming towards you. You could be slowly not getting those downloads. You may need to be able to connect, to be able to get those downloads. Somebody may be wanting to be able to take their time to be able to slowly come to give you this message, but the message is not coming in as fast as you may want it to be able to come in. To a fire. So somebody could be in their thoughts, they're in their feelings, they're trying to identify their self. This could be a masculine energy trying to gain passion and trying to gain power. They could be trying to gain strength and wanting to be able to come to find some balance and find unity with you. They're just lighting their way. They could be feeling sad and hurt, but they're trying to keep strong. They're trying to stay strong on their giraffe. They've got their blanket, they're coming with action. They're just lighting their way to be able to come forward towards you with this Four of Earth, because they're looking commitment, stability, and they're looking and they're being determined to be able to come. They even could be coming with an offer towards you. So just be patient, be still. Oh, it's too many. It says the Hierophant. So there could be just something that's there. Justice could be taking place. They could be having to identify and recognize certain things at this specific moment in time, to know where they are, what they're doing. Something could be involved. It could be spiritual wisdom. They could be taking leadership. They could be taking time looking at traditions. They could be asking the ancestors, the spiritual guides. They could see you looking at traditions, and they could feel stress and conflicts, and they're looking at romance and love and different affairs. They could be trying to be creative at this moment to be able to come towards you. They're looking at to be able to come because they can see they could be coming with their emotions, like the Page of Waters. So just be careful, because this is somebody with love and they're feeling delicate. They're coming with love and passion, compassion. They can see you're still standing in your power, because you could be this Hierophant. You could be the one who's got that wisdom and that leadership. They could see you with wisdom and leadership and may see that you're comfortable and you're stable. And they could see that you're balanced and they're wanting unity and partnerships with you. They could be coming in, they could be wanting to be able to come and speak. Not knowing how to speak, not knowing what to say when they want to be able to come and state what they're saying. They could be coming as a messenger and coming to bring some news towards you. You could be gaining news while you're in Hermit. The messages could be coming slow. There's a Page of Fire. Someone's coming in with some passion. This could be coming at summer. Someone could be coming in being creative. They're gaining strength. It could be coming in, just gaining strength, gaining this fire, gaining this stability. Something could be hidden. They could be trying to transform. They could be sending you messages also. Take it all as it resonates. Leave the rest for the best. Nobody stress. Let's get a message from the fairies. See what the fairies are trying to tell you. Because I think somebody just feels like, whew, so they're looking for this magical blessing. Whatever you're going through, you're being asserted by magical fairies and its lessons. It's fairies as you can see them, as to be able to gain this lesson and this understanding as well as to others. So you could see, they could see you're like a magical lesson for them. They're identifying it, they're seeing, they're recognizing who you are. They've seen the temptations that come into place because you are in denial about an unhealthy habit. So they could have been in denial about an unhealthy habit. You could be in denial in regards to an unhealthy habit, or an unhealthy habit of the way you think. They could have had a serpent energy, a snake at the side of them. And this fairy, as you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever it is, genuine or it's disguised what is coming towards you in. Because you uphold that life energy. The happy fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be held. So you could be healing. These divine feminines and masculines could be in solitude, in hermit. You could be in hermit. They're looking and they're thinking and they're being alone. As meanings are, you are all alone. You're all on your one. You're connected with the divine, gaining that total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that are silently during your quiet time. So you could be quiet, this individual could be quiet, gaining in this inner standing, gaining balance. They're looking at their inner child and they're trying to be playful. So they can see that you're a magical blessing. They can see that you're playful and you're a magical blessing within their life, that big lesson to be able to embrace their inner child. And playing keeps us at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. So you could be being silly and fun. You could be loving. You could be finding your ways, finding them positive ways. You could be doing things silly and fun, just learning, gaining your knowledge and wisdom and flourishing within your skills, because you're like lotus flower. They can see you like spring. They can see you're like that seed that's grown, and they see you're flourishing and you're learning from the experiences, and you've shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life and others. So these divine feminines, masculines can see that you've shed a light on all in areas what they was hiding. They could have been trying to disguise their self, act like they wasn't a specific way, but you was a part of their life. You was a part of their love. You was divinely guided, connected to them, and each of those things, and you just had to learn and go through those things, and it will all be worth it in the end. They're coming to show you. They're saying, don't feel guilty. They just had to go. Don't you feel guilty? They don't want to be guilty. They had to gain that inner strength. You had to gain your inner strength. They were coming back to speak to you. It may take time. You may have been a distant for a long time, but you'll be gaining that inner guidance. By the end of the year, you could be gaining some knowledge. You could be gaining unity. You could be gaining that balance by the end of the year. Anything else? It says indecision is causing delays next winter. So 47, 38, 14 could be delays next winter. You may have to wait. There may be something that's hiding within next winter. You may have to look. Next month's looking promising also. So something could be happening next month. Just identify, recognize, analyze. And let's take one more. Let's see what a journey to self-discovery you need to take at this time. Oh, wow. A wild journey to self-discovery. That looks like a wild journey. You're on a big, bright journey. These divine feminines, masculines, family members, friends. Wow, that came out. So they're on the discovery journey too. They're gaining their strength, their wisdom. You've had to gain your strength and wisdom from them. Meditate, solitude, voice. Tell me to get lost more often, as it is the moment I feel myself the most. So when you're lost with your thoughts, you're connected to the divine. You're gaining your inner wisdom. You're gaining that future vision. You're that light seer. These divine feminines, masculines, family members as friends could be gaining that vision and be seeing you as that light seer. And they come in because they see that they're full of emotions for you, and you feel their emotions. You could be connected to them. They could be connected to you. Let's see what's in my bag. Stays out my bag. So what's in my bag stays out my bag. It's my bag. It's my bag. Cole's bag. Because what's in her bag stays out her bag. And there's anything in this bag that's all knowledge, wisdom, little bit of sense. So I need to write some more of these up, because even though it still connects, I still feel and hear and see. It suffers but little mentally and enjoys but little he is compensated. So the pig suffers, little he enjoys and little is compensating. Building spiritual muscles to grow. So you could be building your spiritual muscles to grow. How to avoid harmful actions. How to do good with the obligations, what you are morally or even legally bound to, or their duty to be committed or not, such as a promise or a contract, more requiring something to be done or not, knowing and identifying if others feel something for the acts of kindness, providing or does it feel a burden. Their duty is a requirement. Identifying if it is a right thing to if someone to come give or offer something, advice as it is necessary, or a need. Do you trust or have the understanding? Look to identify if you may need to refrain from doing. You being sent or see a little affron holding the strength in your elevated position. You are very important, high ranking, helping and supporting and encouraging and assisting and establishing how to avoid harmful actions. So you're helping other people establish how to avoid any harmful actions. You're helping yourself establish how to handle and mishandle harmful actions. Brown eyes, you could have brown eyes. Soul's mission. So you're on your soul's mission. It says, and I had some big idea. So much of my life still not completed. Hopes and fears. Watching it change into something new. Wondering if I am going to find the answers. Loving you. So that's Auntie Peggy. So they're looking to find answers. I told you I wanted to marry you. I'm coming back, baby. So this individual's coming back. They told you they wanted to marry you. They're coming back. Environment, abundance, guardian of earth, gatekeeper energy. So your gatekeeper energy, you've got that celestial knowledge. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 14. For Elohim shall bring every work into right ruling, including all that is hidden, whether good, whether evil. Number 7 could be significant. We've got F. It says Ephesians 4 verse 8. He led captivity captive and gave gifts to men. Thank you, Jah. So you be getting gifts. I ain't joking. I can't forget about it. So you're telling them, they're telling you, I ain't joking. I can't forget about it. It says L, could be significant. Do not be born by various and strange teachings. It is for your God, for your heart, to recognize heart's desire. So you could be recognizing your heart's desire. These divine feminines, masculines could be looking at the way they was taught and identifying their heart's desire. Your friend be hating, you'll glow up. See who falls back. So see who falls back. Your friends be hating, you glow up. Which one falls back? My sis bro, your sis bro. Your set friends keep riding your wave. Keep your set your friends, you keep riding your wave. Living in a house of fear. They don't go deeper and on universal level. So you're there living in a house of fear. They don't go deeper on a universal level. 5 of Cups. I feel you left me out when I needed you. Hurt myself, hurting you. I'm broke up, feeling fuck up. So they're broke up and they're feeling fuck up at this specific moment. 10, 5, 23. Don't know what that was all about. Japan. Coming in quick, leaving quicker. So somebody could be coming in quick and leaving quicker. Developing theory and practice from my own resources and from others. For where your treasure is, where your heart shall also be. So now they're looking where the treasure is. Where's your heart at? What does your heart feel like? Carbon footprint, energy usage for yourself. So you're looking at the carbon footprint, the energy usage for yourself, moving forward to attract what I want, not as significant as you thinking. So not significant as you're thinking. No fear, no fearing, risk to shrink my needs, wants, hopes or desires. So you're not fearing shrinking your, no fearing to be able to shrink your wants, needs or desires. A wake-up call, so people are not fearing, they're having that wake-up call. Different race, culture involved. Justice is needed. They don't feel it's fair. We all make mistakes, so that's what they're saying. I know you say you're yellow, mellow, constantly thinking you're hurt. I'm glad I'm alive right now. I know with me we would have a brand new start. So they're telling you, they know they'll have a brand new start. They want 6, they want harmony with you, they want to be able to come, they want to work alongside you and communicate effectively with you.